everyone. My name is Martha, and I represent Seoul Startups, the biggest startup community here in Korea, as well as Weave, a cooperative of social impact change makers. And I am a coach for ASAN SANGHOE, the program that is run and organized by ASAN SANGHOE Foundation. And I'm here joined by Camelia and Jose, who were participants of the program last year. So they will be sharing their story with you as well, so that you can also ask them questions and see what really the program is about. But before they do that, let me first start with a quick presentation about the program. Hold on, let me share the screen with you. Oh, before I share the screen, let me quickly go over some logistics. So as you can see at the bottom, you have some extra buttons that you can use during the webinar call. One of them is Q&A, where you can post questions. You can also post them in the chat, but if you post it in the Q&A, it's easier for us to see them and to give you the answer as quickly as possible. So without further ado, here is a little presentation about the ASAN SANGHOE program. Okie dokie. Sorry, my computer is a bit slow. So yes, ASAN SANGHOE program, what is it about? Let me start with briefly introducing the ASAN SANGHOE Foundation. ASAN SANGHOE Foundation was funded on at the 10th year anniversary of the passing away of Chung Ju-young 회장님, the founder of the Hyundai Group, both Hyundai Carter, all the Hyundais involved. He was a person, on top of being obviously a successful businessman who funded a really big corporation, he was also very passionate about using entrepreneurship as a way of empowering people from more marginalized backgrounds. He believed that through entrepreneurship, people can really achieve great things. And so to kind of commemorate his philosophy, the ASAN SANGHOE Foundation was funded. Its vision is to a world where if you believe in something, you can achieve it. If you want it, you can have it, but you have to make an effort. And its mission is to empower entrepreneurs and social innovators to change the world by taking on challenges, learning by doing, and sharing their capabilities with the society around them. The core values are challenge, growth, and sharing. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because all this is very important to the ASAN SANGHOE Foundation program. Yeah, so here is Chung Ju-young, as you can see, quite good-looking young man back in the days. But yeah, later in life, like I said, he really believed that the Korean people have the strength and the ability to achieve great things. They just need a little bit of kick it. And he believed that the kick was entrepreneurship. So ASAN SANGHOE program. Let me start with the name because it is all in the name. And it all starts with Chung Ju-young. So Chung Ju-young originally was born in a town near Asan, which is currently in North Korea. And he was a really bad boy, and he kept on running away from home. His dad wanted him to be a farmer. He didn't want to be a farmer. He wanted to be a businessman. So he kept on running away to Seoul and either working in different businesses. And in the end, he started doing his own businesses. And his first business venture was called Gyeonggil Sanghwae. Sanghwae is like business venture, a store. And then Asan was Chung Ju-young's pen name, a nickname. So that's why the program is called ASAN SANGHOE, to commemorate the chairman as well as his journey as an entrepreneur. And so ASAN SANGHOE program is a global team entrepreneurship program for startup teams that consist of North Korean resettlers, South Korean, and foreign youth. And they're all working on business ideas, on social impact ideas that will change the future, that will create the future world of the two united Koreas, when the unification will take place. But in the meantime, we have to prepare by teaching people to cope with it. And so who's the participant of the ASAN SANGHOE program? It's, like I said, North Korean resettlers, South Koreans, and foreign youth. But really at the core of it is the North Korean resettlers. So the reason this program was created was that the team in ASAN Nanon Foundation believed that, well, also the Chung Soo-young himself believed that the North Korean youth are struggling. There's not a right entrepreneurship program that's helping them really stand out and develop their capabilities. And so through a series of interviews and researches, they came up with a solution for a program that will target specifically North Korean resettler youth, North Korean refugee youth. And the main core points that it is based on are social capital, social isolation and stigma, free market economy, and scarcity of support. So social capital, I will explain in a second. Social isolation and stigma. North Korean resettlers here in Korea are discriminated and pretty much treated as second category citizens. They have limited access or information about different ways that they can support themselves. They are looked down upon. They're not treated very nicely, and that results in a lot of things, including a much higher suicide rate than among South Koreans, which is high on its own. So you can imagine that it is a bit of a problem. Free market economy, well, that's pretty much self-explanatory. They come from a place that does, well, it's changing right now, but does not have the free market economy that we know of. And scarcity of support is that, sure, the government is trying to do things, trying to support the North Korean resettler community, but like I said, access to that help and information about it is very hard to come by and is not really delivered in a proper way. So like I mentioned, social capital, it's based on introducing the North Korean resettlers to the global startup scene. Hence, you have also South Koreans and foreigners in the program, not to kind of bring in the global vibe, but also to show the North Korean resettlers that yes, you're struggling, you have problems, but there are people who are also marginalized, even though they're not North Korean. And if you all stick together, if you all put together your heads, your know-how, your knowledge, you can overcome this and you can grow and become better than you are right now. And the program, as I will mention later on as well, is conducted mainly in Korean. However, English is also used from time to time. I talked about the 3 nationalities being grouped together. The whole point of that is for people with very different backgrounds to create teams and learn practical entrepreneurship. And we as coaches are here to help you out along the way. We make sure that you can work as a team, but you also get the knowledge and practical skills that will let you be a startupper along the way. So free market economy, that's also kind of connected with investments, but both ASAN Nanon Foundation itself will be offering financial investment support for the teams, but also what we will be connecting you with usually mostly social impact oriented VCs and investors. So it's really an entrepreneurship program, a really startup program where you have the opportunity to be invested in. And with scarcity of support, we are working, so I mentioned I'm part of Weave, but there's also other corporations here like Yobel, MTA Korea, Krypton, Misk, Sapong, that are all working together on a common goal. And we are also forming a team because we're working together, putting our knowledge and our strength and creating the best program for you guys. So, so the recruitment has been going on. It's going to end on April the 3rd. We will announce the document screening or the essay screening results on April 6th. And April 9th and 10th, we will conduct interviews. We'll inform you beforehand if you made it to the interview phase, and we'll tell you what time to come. And the final participant announcement will be on April 14th. And we will start, I think I have to double check, but on April 20th. So, oh yeah, this is the program. As you can see, I forgot to translate it. So yes, we start on the April 20th to 22nd with a workshop. We'll be going out of Seoul for 2 nights. We will, as you can see, it's all intertwined with practical classes and skill workshops, but also team building and communication classes to kind of help you grow as a business, but also grow as a team, as a person. The most exciting thing for you guys will probably be the global marketing trip. So, of course, it all depends on what the situation will be with Corona, but hopefully by the end of June, we will still be alive and we will be able to travel, and we will be going to Europe, specifically to Berlin, the hub of social impact innovation in the world. But you'll be traveling all around Europe to do marketing research for your businesses. And the trip is fully covered by ASAN SANGHOE Foundation, as is the whole program. So let me quickly maybe introduce the partners of this program. So like I said, there's obviously in the middle of this is ASAN SANGHOE Foundation, but there are also other organizations that are helping to create this space for you. The first one is Yovel. Yovel is run by Joseph Park, who is a North Korean resettler himself. And it's doing different ventures, mostly to do with coffee and smart farming that employ North Koreans and also teach them skills to do businesses on their own. We, which I represent, is cooperative of social impact change makers. We work on different projects for good. We use our skills in the startup world, our knowledge of the startup world of blockchain to kind of impact the scene. We are a fully remote team, so this whole situation is nothing new for us, business as usual. And yeah, we're redefining how people work. MTA Korea. So MTA Korea originally originates from Mondragon in Spain, in Bilbao. It's based on a team-entrepreneurship philosophy, which is that people, instead of having a regular classes in school, it's a program that starts off in an undergraduate program in college, where instead of having normal classes for 4 years, for 4 years, you work in a team company on businesses. You actually make a business, you actually earn money, and you have coaches that facilitate it, teach you, organize classes as needed, etc. And then there's Korea Hana Foundation, which works under the Ministry of Reunification. They support North Korean resettlers here in Korea, mostly on the social support issues, but also they do run some entrepreneurship support programs. And then we have Krypton, Misk, and Sapong, which are the biggest social impact accelerators and investors here in Korea. So a pretty exciting crowd of people.